Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how and why I went vegan at 14. This was a really highly requested video and there's quite a bit that I want to cover in this video. So I'm not going to make the intro too long. I'm just going to get started, and I have everything written on my phone in my notes that I want to cover because I don't want to forget everything. So I went vegan when I was 14 and I'm 16 now. So it's been like it's been a year and like 8 months, something around there. In the first part of the video, I'm going to be talking about my experience going vegan and the story of how it happened, why it happened, and everything like that. And then after that, I'm going to be getting into questions. I got a lot of questions that I think are really important, and I want to cover on those. There is actually one thing I wanted to say before getting in, and it'll be really quick. I just wanted to say that I was thinking about making an ebook, not super long. It'll probably only be from like $3 to $5, really cheap, of super in-depth like chapters on how to show your parents that veganism is healthy and good, how I went vegan, how I deal with social situations, how I deal with family gatherings, eating out in restaurants with family, and all of that in really good detail because my family's not vegan, so I obviously go through it every day. So I think I'm pretty knowledgeable on it, and I get questions about this all the time and think that an ebook would be a really good way for me to put it all together really in detail. If I made a video about it all, it would be super long, so I thought an ebook would be really good. If you want that, please let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in it. Please comment down below because I want to know if I make it, will people like it? I'm first going to talk about the time that I kind of made a connection. About 6 months before I actually went vegan, I was staying in Kansas with some of my family, and we all went fishing, and I had never caught a fish before this. My family had all caught a fish, so that weekend I told myself, oh, I want to catch a fish. Like, I don't know, I just was something that I wanted to do. So we went down to this little river, and I ended up catching a fish. My dad called, I was skipping rocks while the fish got caught, so my dad called me over, I walked over and saw that I caught a fish. I kind of got excited at first because I heard that I caught a fish. When I started to reel it in, I saw that like I was killing it, and without me catching it, it would have, because I was gonna catch it and then eat it. And I started crying really badly when I started reeling it in because like its life was in my hands, and so I ended up letting it go, and I was crying for a really long time after that because that was the first time that I made a connection that why can't I kill an animal myself, but I pay people at the store to do it for me. I didn't really act on that realization for a while until 6 months later. I came across a vegan what I eat in a day on YouTube. I don't remember who it was, but I watched it, then was just really curious on why would someone be vegan. So I ended up finding a video called The Best Speech You'll Ever Hear, which is on YouTube. I'll link it down below. In The Best Speech You'll Ever Hear, he talked about, I believe, the animals and the health side and the environmental side. I think he talked about all three of those. The main reason why I decided to go vegan was from that speech, like what other resources taught me about. I'll link everything down below that helped me go vegan and that you should use too. Mainly was the animals. I never made a connection that why am I so nice to my dog but then I eat cows, or any animals. Like, why is it's all society making different things seem normal, and I don't agree with that now that I've opened my eyes and actually seen it. Earthlings is a very graphic documentary, but if it's something that would help you, I would recommend watching it. I watched parts of it, cried so much that I couldn't see, but you want to know more about the animal side of it, definitely watch Earthlings. It is live footage and will help. This is what really showed me about veganism, everything I needed to know that in that instant, right after watching it, probably even halfway watching, I knew that I was going to go vegan. But the thing was that my family was and is far from vegan, so I knew that if I told them that right away, it would most likely be more of a no. So I thought in my head that I would first ask to go pescatarian, then vegetarian, and then vegan, but not tell them right away that my end goal was being vegan. First, my dad was at work, I think my brother, I don't know where he was, but I walked up to my mom and I said, can I go pescatarian? She asked me if that was a religion. No, I told her that I would be just not eating land animals, so I'd only be eating ocean animals. She was confused, but she agreed. She let me do it. She thought it would just be like a small phase, so I did that for maybe a week or two. And the whole time I was eating as minimal animal products as much as I can. And every meal that I was making, I was trying to reduce it to no animal products and make them all vegan meals, but it was really hard because I couldn't if I wasn't making all my meals. I'm sorry if you can hear waves. I'm right by the ocean, like, it's right there. So if it's loud, that's why. Then I ended up asking if I can go vegetarian about 2 weeks later. I was expecting to do it for a little bit longer, but I couldn't. Like, I could not eat fish. It made me feel sick, like mentally sick, not physically, but because I knew what I was contributing to. So I was vegetarian for maybe a week, and then I went out to a restaurant near my house. I ordered a veggie burger. It did not say there was cheese on it, so I knew it wasn't going to be a completely vegan burger because I didn't assume that maybe the bun or there might have been eggs in the burger, but nothing that I would immediately taste, I guess. It came with a patty, a veggie patty, but for some reason there was pieces of cheese in the patty, and that was definitely a time where I knew I was not gonna eat dairy anymore. That was one of the first times that I'd eaten a big amount of dairy since knowing that I wanted to go vegan. So when that happened, I knew there was nothing I could do besides just ask if I can go vegan. It was actually the week of Thanksgiving when I asked this. So I remember I asked my mom. She was still confused and definitely was not completely on board right away. So my biggest tip, I would be able to get into much more detail and add on more tips that I used for helping your parents understand it in the ebook, but the biggest one that I have is to be crazy knowledgeable on all of your nutrients. Ones that they're both mainly going to ask about is protein, obviously, which is the easiest to answer. Zinc, iron, B12. Actually, I don't think my parents asked about B12, but zinc, iron, protein, calcium. Those are probably the main ones, but you should know more than that just in case. And I knew that all super well. They asked me, I could name off a list of food I knew that would get me that nutrients. So after time of talking to them about it, they agreed that they would let me give it a shot. So I think they still thought that it was a phase at this time and I was just going to do it for a little bit and then go back. I knew that was not the case. Since I watched The Best Speech You'll Ever Hear, I knew immediately I wanted to go vegan, like not a single doubt in my mind. Going cold turkey will work for some people. That would have 100% worked for me. I just knew that if I sprung it on my family that fast, they would have been more likely for them to say no. But if you're someone that wants to do it one step at a time, like first cut out meat, then dairy, then eggs, then gelatin, then whatever order that works for you, then you can definitely do that too. Any step in the right direction makes a huge difference in the end. So since it was right before Thanksgiving, I think I ended up eating the veggies that they cooked and then some sweet potato fries for Thanksgiving, which I mean isn't bad, but I wish I had more time to actually get a recipe together. My extended family definitely did not understand the Thanksgiving, but oh well, it's like a year and 9 or 8 months later, and still never going back. Overall, the fish really made a connection in my mind. Why am I paying for someone else to torture these animals if I won't do it myself? And then 6 months later, I found out more information about it and was completely on board. Knew that if I told my parents right away, they would be shocked. So I decided that I would go in steps, which steps did not work for me, so it ended up taking like less than a month. I was actually planning on doing like a month of each thing and then going to veganism, but yeah, I could not do that. I was actually disgusted by animal product. Now I'm going to get into questions because I got a ton of questions that I get asked a lot, but now I can address them in a video. So how did my parents react? I kind of went over this. They were mainly just concerned for my health, which now they know that I'm completely healthy. I am much healthier than most, like 99% of people my age. So I'm good with that. Okay. Oh, one question that I got so much was, did you lose any weight? Did your body change? How did your body change? Did you like, mainly, did you lose weight? No, I did not lose any weight, and that was only because I was never in a position to lose weight. I've always never been overweight, I've never been underweight, I've always been at a healthy weight. So going vegan didn't make me lose any weight. But if you are in a position where you have weight to lose, then veganism or plant-based eating will definitely help. Calories are much more dilute by amount of volume than animal products. So if you're eating this much animal products, it's a lot more calories than this much of plant foods. So it will help you lose weight if that's something that you need to do. I don't and never have. So no, I did not lose any weight going vegan. Oh, and I got also asked if my friends care. All of my like 2 friends, no. It shouldn't affect them. It doesn't affect them. I don't think any of them care. They don't really talk much about it, but no. The main reason I went vegan was for the animals, but I've always been someone that eats pretty healthy, or now what I ate before I don't really see as healthy, but I always thought I was eating healthy. So health is another big reason, and the environment. So those are the main 3 reasons why to go vegan. Animals is number 1 for me though. The most asked question I got was, how did you resist cravings of animal products? How to be consistent while transitioning, and how to not like give in to eating animal products. I'm not the best person to ask about this at all because I did not crave anything. There was not a single part in time where I wanted pizza or I wanted that cookie with animal products, because once I learned about it, it really just grossed me out. There was not a single part in time that I wanted to eat animal products, and I don't either anymore. I hate when people say like they're eating something and they feel bad for me, because I could choose to eat that. I could grab that pizza if I wanted and eat it. I have nothing stopping me besides my ethics, and I don't want to contribute to that at all. If I was alone with a pizza, nobody would ever know. Would I eat that cheese pizza? No, I would not, because I never would have in my transition. I never cravings for animal products. They just disgusted me after I learned. So that is one thing that I cannot help anyone with. The only thing that I can think of is to eat vegan alternatives. I very, very, very rarely eat mock meats and mock cheeses. Actually, there's a few dairy products that I'll talk about that I do eat. But I know mock meat brands that are really good are Field Roast and Gardein, I still don't know how to say it, and Tofurkey. Those are 3 good brands, I think, for dairy products. I know Daya, I still don't know how to say that one either. That's a really popular one. I've heard they've reformulated their cheese. I had it once, their old formula, I hated it. So you can try the new formula, but cheeses that I know are good are Miyoko's. It is a bit more expensive just because it is more of a gourmet cheese brand. But it's made out of nuts, I think. It's pretty good. I rarely ever eat it, but it's good. And I know Field Roast makes chow cheeses, which are really good. And Follow Your Heart. Follow Your Heart and the chow ones I think are really similar. I'm not exactly sure. I think I've had each of them once, but I don't eat them often. Mock dairy products that I do eat often are the So Delicious coconut milk yogurt that is plain unsweetened, the Forager plain unsweetened cashew yogurt, and the Kite Hill unsweetened cashew yogurt. Kite Hill also makes really good cream cheese. I recommend just swapping out your dairy products with vegan alternatives. That would probably help you in transitioning. And then another thing is, if you really want the animal product cookie, make a cookie that's the same exact flavor with vegan options. It does not have to be healthy if that's not something that you want. Use vegan butter over butter in a cookie. You will not taste a single difference. I bet anyone in the world making a cookie with vegan butter, a cookie with dairy butter, you will not taste a single difference. Once it goes into the batter, it is the same. That's my only tip for cravings. I don't know. I don't even crave things. Like, is craving something like you can't stop thinking about it? I don't know. I eat foods that I like and I just like them. I don't know. I don't have, if I buy dairy-free ice cream or something, if I buy, oh, dairy-free ice cream, I forgot about that. Nadamu and Coconut Bliss. Coconut Bliss and Nadamu are my favorite 2 ice creams that are dairy-free. Both coconut milk based, and they're good. I don't eat them often, but what I was gonna say is that when I buy dairy-free ice cream, or something like that, it's not because I have a craving for it. I just want to try it, or if there's a new flavor or something. I don't know. I don't ever experience cravings. Ooh, did anyone specifically help to inspire me? A few different vegan YouTubers that like I really like watched hours, like maybe days worth of videos before I went vegan was Bonnie, Rebecca, Claire, Michelle. I'll link all their channels down below. You probably know who they are if you're watching me, but them two, but mainly, it was Stella Ray, Sonia Elsie, Bonnie Rebecca, and Claire Michelle, them four that like really showed me what to eat, I guess. Those were people, but what inspired me was documentaries that I watched that really helped me was Forks Over Knives, Earthlings. The main one was The Best Beach You'll Ever Hear, and there's another video on YouTube, 101 Reasons to Go Vegan. Both of those two YouTube ones are really, really good. I'll link those all down below. But the health was not a thing when I went vegan, so that definitely is a really good documentary that I'm going to link that down below too. Okay, my parents' reaction, I think I touched on this earlier, but that was like my main question. They were just confused, didn't know why I would want to, were concerned for my health. I explained exactly why and how I would get all my nutrients. They let me try it, and I didn't just try it, I was going all in, and I knew that from the beginning. Supplements. The only supplement I take is B12. I do the Garden of Life like spray, and I also eat half of a Brazil nut a day, which gives you 100% of your selenium. You can get it in other plant foods. I know rice is really high in selenium. I just don't eat much rice, and there's other food. Other people's opinions, I don't care. I mean, I know what I'm doing is good, and I know that I'm contributing to helping the animals and my own health and the environment. If they have a problem with that, I really don't care. How to go out for meals when you're trying to stay healthy and vegan. Happy Cow is a really good app or website. The website is free, obviously. The app costs $4, but the app works a lot better. So, I mean, you can use either. It can show you stores like bakeries, restaurants, stuff like that, that either you can select vegetarian, vegan, or vegetarian or vegan options. So that's what normally I do, because then my family won't go to a completely vegan restaurant all the time. They definitely will sometimes, but not all the time. So I'll select the veg options one, and it'll show me restaurants that have specifically like vegan options on the menu, but also meat and dairy, egg options. So that's really cool. Definitely recommend using that if you're going out with non-vegan people. If you're going to a restaurant that does not have any labeled vegan options, I'll go more into detail of specific things you can do in an ebook. Alter meals that are already on the menu. Like if you order a walnut apple salad, say, and there's feta on top, ask for no feta, and you're good. Oh yeah, one of my questions was how your family changed after you became vegan, if they became more plant-based. We don't buy any dairy milk. They still eat dairy in the form of like cheese and yogurt, but we only have almond milk or cashew milk or coconut milk in the house, no more dairy milk. So that's really good. That would not have happened if I didn't go vegan. And even though they still purchase dairy in other forms, cutting out milk is still a big contribution. So I'm happy about that. That was basically all the questions that I got asked. If you have any more questions, leave them down below. I would love to make an ebook chapter on that. I'm going to start working on that. If people want to see it, I think it'll be really cool. The waves are so loud, I'm sorry. But yeah, I think that would be a really cool project to work on, and I hope it could help a lot of people. I hope this video alone helped it. This is definitely my most requested video, so I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel if you are new here. I post videos about veganism, obviously, what I've been eating, and just different lifestyle videos. I'm going to be getting into a lot more of those once I get back from this trip. I'm in Hawaii right now, if you're new and don't know. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully this video helps you in any way. Let me know if you'd be interested in getting that ebook, and I'll see you in my next video.